the common defensive decisions that we use or the higher levels of play use, okay? And why we do it and what it does beat and what it does lose to, okay? All right, so let's move on from those two, okay? So you got the late tech, basically, let's just do some illustration here. Okay, so late tech is it's basically 1 or 2 frames delay only, right? Okay. I ain't about to make a fucking Excel sheet for y'all, okay? Because we're just doing this shit simple. Okay, this is usually 6 to 9 frames delay, okay? This is what everybody usually uses, okay? All right. This is like text to grab, duh. So tech, and then anti-shimmy, anti-neutral jump, okay, for instance. Yeah, this is the thick stuff that it would beat, okay? But loses to frame traps, which is FTs, okay? For instance. Okay, late tech now, for instance, would tech the grab, frame traps will beat because you will block it automatic from that, right? But loses to shimmy. Oh, yeah. This, yeah. Okay. But loses to shimmy, neutral jump. Okay? All right. Okay, so these are 2 options. Then you got the more obvious ones. So aside from those things, the common ones. Then you have the parry. Self-explanatory. No need to show. Everybody knows what it's all about. Okay, you got parry. Then you have your... Actually, you know what? We have parry. And then we have reversals. Okay? Reversals are OD special moves that are tied to some characters, right? Some characters like... For instance, you have characters like Ken who can do EXTP, or OD Amnesia like JP, or, you know what I mean? Spinning Mixer. Okay, all of them have different usage. All of them have some sort of different properties. All of them have some sort of different reward. JP being one of the best ones, but the Amnesia also has a lot of limitations as well. I mean, contrary to what people are, saying. Obviously, it's the best reversal in the history of Street Fighter, but it actually legit has some limitations. And it's true. I'm telling you guys this. And I don't like JP like that, but that's the truth, okay? So, like, if you're JP, okay, like, if you did this, and you get JP, right? That has limitations, I swear. Like, see, say, for instance, you knock him down, right? It's like a normal, usual scenario. Oh, the Amnesia. Damn, I got that shit already ready. Right, and I grab him. Oh, I'm sorry, put it in block reversal. Right, this is where you basically call the funeral home, call your boy's parents, whatever the fuck it may be, get the flowers, arrangement, right? That's what happens. It's over. You go to the next round, you add 1-0 to the other guys, right? To the other guy's score. It's over, okay? So if you grab, right? Okay? If you grab JP and he amnesias you, the round is over, okay? He gets the fattest combo in history into 40% full setup into potential 60% drain dead, okay? So that reward is so insanely high, okay? Just know that, okay? But if you meet it with just a jab, see how I'm still +8 there, but I cannot hit him, but I'm still advantaged, right? In general, right? I can do things, and then I can parry then later, but now, like, I see, right? Like, so he didn't get that much reward, but he got out of the corner, but he didn't get damage, but he got positional situation, okay? That he can then use to potentially get a potential damage. So he didn't get reward immediately right away, okay? Also, this beats that neutral jump, okay? But some reversals, like for instance, you have Ken. Okay, let's just do this first. Let's finish this guy. If I do a heavy meaty, okay, I'll be -4. He could punish me with a crouching jab into the combo as well. So that means Amnesia is perfect versus those things against heavies and grabs, so committing, but it's not very good versus non-committing, okay? So no reward for those, just situation. The rest is just really good, really high damage. Okay? High risk, high reward. Alright? Okay. Okay. But if you have any other character, for instance, like another Ken, Ryu, Cammy, whatever the fuck it may be, no standard reversal. Whatever, let's just put another Ken here. If you attack them and you do a reversal, it's like, I'm not defending JP here, guys. I'm highlighting the truth. If you do the same thing, you're gonna get hit by heavy, okay? You will do 1200 damage or 1640, whatever, right? Pretty high damage, to be honest, 16%, okay? If I go for neutral jump, right? Okay, some characters, I'm gonna get hit like a flash kick and some other shit, but it can travels forward, so sure, it's a different case. Like, it will be like that, it would look like that, okay, in general. But if I go for jabs, it still hits me, and it still gets value from it, compared to JP one. Okay? And then you're like plus 29. So you can drive rush and attack me and get your offense, which is you have that situation as well when your opponent commits to or does a pressure that involves light string non-committing things. So that's what the JP Amnesia has some limitations, right? It's not necessarily just all flying colors and shit. It's mad broken. Even the regular one is mad broken. But I'm saying it has limitations. It's not perfect. But it's the best reversal we've ever seen in all of Street Fighter. Okay, just put that in perspective. But to say that it's perfect, it's not. Because it does not punish everything. Okay. Anyways, though OD reversals are character specific, right? But that's an option, okay? Reversals also falls in a category of like a CA, right? Okay, I would say level 1, level 2, level 3, okay? Which is a CA, okay? That's like all count as that reversal tree. Just know this, okay? If you put this into your head and you want to make a decision on the defense, whatever it could be, these are your choices. Attack, first, we're not complete. This is like just telling you. So this is your option 1 if you feel like doing this, that it will be to give you the best chance for that current scenario. You could do this, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this. Okay? For instance, parry, loses to grab. You know this already, you don't have to even type it. But, okay. Loses to grab. Okay? Just this simple shit. Obviously, there's a reward. You might get a perfect parry and then get reward. But it's like, okay, but this like, just reversals. What does it lose to? Loses to shimmy and late button. Yeah. So it loses to. And then massive amount of situation damage it's going to take. And then you potentially burn out and die as well. Okay? Whatever. Okay? But that's what it is. Okay? Which is the late button equals to bait. Basically. Alright? Okay. So these are your 4 decisions. If you want to make a decision on the defense, these are your things. And then you also have block. That's your shit. Okay. You got these things. All right. So these are the things that you can do, and we're a bit Gucci on that. Okay. You got that. This, and this. Okay. So now let's break down a little bit of the reversals, because we've done the OD, but we didn't really do a lot of the CAs or level 1. Okay. So, generally speaking, let me pick my character so it's easier for me to meet you. If JP had an ODDP instead of OD Amnesia, do you think he would even be a better character? No. OD Amnesia is by far better. But when I say a weakness of something, it does not mean that it's worse. It means that everything has some sort of weakness. You gotta look at the upside. If Ken does an EXDP, he can't end the game from there. You understand? If JP lands an Amnesia and you went for a grab or a heavy, he ends the game. The round is over. Because he gets a full combo that does 40%. Actually, you know what? Let me try to do that combo if I can still remember. I already do this, so you have to put Ken and grab them. Let me show you the combo. I don't know if I still remember it, but I'm gonna try. Let's say we knock down Ken, right? Okay, let's just example. Okay, all right. That's that. The game is not over. 1640, right? It's not over. There's still some shit to do. Okay? Okay. So now, that's assuming the guy was correct. Okay, but if JP does, actually, you don't have to do that. Will this be in YouTube? Yes. You ask Aaron. He's the one doing my YouTube. Okay, yeah. So let's see this. Start. That's it, right? Okay, let me try to do the combo real quick. Do it. Okay. Oops, what am I doing? Okay. Hello? Can you participate to the activity, please? Can, please? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna do this. Actually, no. Okay, good. Can. Alright, let me try to do it now. Let me see if I can replay. Okay, good. Okay, you see that? You see that combo, right? How did it make super? Let me try to understand. Just kick. Okay, that. Let me do that. Dude, I cannot get the second one out. So sorry. But you get the point. But we're gonna have to do this one more time. Until we get it right. For the proper illustration. Oops. Okay, we got it out finally. Okay, look at what happened. Right? But I understand Amnesia has limitations. Okay, don't get it twisted. But you don't take 60% when you correct and end the game. Full screen, full setup GG. You understand? Compared to this. Versus this. So which one is you think is better there, right? Amnesia is fucking free. Better. Way better. It's the best reversal we've ever seen in the history of fighting. I mean, Street Fighter. So yeah, okay? He can. We don't have to highlight all the other benefits. We establish which one's better. Okay, no need for that. But I agree with you. He can do everything. I think Cammy has the best. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? You can be the first one in, to say that, and that's okay. That's your opinion. But anyways, but yeah. Let me see. Where was I? Super. Let me do the supers now. Which one can I do? Super. Let's do. Oh, there's even another weakness of JP too. Because if I do this, for instance, aside from the light, FYI, there's another weakness of JP. Look. You can amnesia a projectile. I'm projectile medium. And then you get a combo and kill him for it. You see this? Okay? If that was Ken, and he does a DP, you're cooked. You're gonna get hit. Understand? It's different because the Ken would have an uppercut that is projectile and everything invincible. But it does 16%. So that's what I'm saying. JP is like high risk, high reward. Okay, anyways, move forward. So now we break down things about the CAs and stuff, right? Talking about some defense, whatever. This is like the defensive options 101 for the dummies, non-pro. Okay, you are a pro already, know these things. This might not apply to you, but Just highlighting the obvious. All right, so let's do some CAs. Wake up. Let's see. We're gonna have. Let's have JP here. Let's do whoever. I understand that. You're in the corner, oh sure, but you don't win the game. But doesn't matter. Let's see. It's a wake up option. Okay, let's do Cammy. Cammy has for sure the best DP out of everybody, I think, because he has more reward than others, but a lot less damage, but more reward in situation. So she can easily have the second or third, whatever the fuck, uppercut or reversal in the game. It's a glass cannon. There's a lot of price to that as well. But whatever. Moving forward in that one. Okay, so like level 1s in the game are strike and throw invincible for most characters. There's a few characters in the game that does not have invincibility in their level 1 reversal, okay? Since we're talking about reversals, right? So Cammy, reversal, level 1 is fully invincible on grab and strike, okay? Same as Ryu, Ken, Luke in general. So let's say, look at the character list. I'm gonna tell you, like, there will be a few exceptions here, but we will get through it, okay? So, level 1 Invol, yes, 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 yes. Mind you, it will some level 1s might be slower and faster than the others, but we're talking about who has invincibility of some sort on grab and strike, okay? That was the topic. We don't care about startup. We're just talking about, does it have that feature, yes or no, right? Okay? I'm not discussing which one is better, yada yada. It's a different area. This is to talk which one has that feature, okay? So one, you know why a level 1 invul is useful is because if you are burnt out, you have more access to potentially defending yourself when you're burnt out. Okay? You have more access. In the event that you're in a whim and they DI you in something with a 2-frame gap, 1-frame gap, that you don't have an other way to get her out, to defend yourself, a level 1 invul is super important. Let alone also can get you out of, like, tight situations, right? Because your opponent has to respect it in a sense as well. So, anyways, yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. No, but we're gonna get it. No. Okay? Yes, yes. One of the best. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. No, but it's weird, but it's no, but it's weird. Okay? So now we have the no, it's weird. 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 Okay? All right. So we're gonna get to that in a bit. Because like there's different properties in those things. Okay, for instance, if you're Marissa, you might not be invincible to strike or grab, which is you're gonna get thrown if you do Marissa level 1, but it's a counter, so you can absorb an attack and hit them. Okay, so it has that purpose, at least in a way. That's her level 1. Sure, it sucks compared to the other ones, but that's the purpose of that. Okay. If you're a Zangief, supposed to be an air grab, some sort of escape, but it still sucks because there's a lot of recovery. It has this invincibility because it gets you out of that corner, but then your recovery is so long that even if you get right, he fucking drive rushes towards you or backdashes and kills you, the same shit. So it beats the purpose of it, but it has it, if that makes sense. No reward, but it has it, okay? But bad recovery, okay? Then you got... what else we did miss? Okay, DJ. DJ's not. DJ's level 1 is just a combo extender, but has a special property. Oh, okay, it's not projectile and is not grab invincible, nor projectile. It's just not invincible. It's like a level 1 for a combo, and also if you do it raw, level 1, and you get a punish counter, you get a crumple, and you can go for insane combo potential for that one because the start is a punish counter crumple. Okay. And you got Dalsum, who's not a strike invincible, but grab invincible, which is super weird. Okay? So okay, they have all these random ass properties, okay? For instance, let's do that first. So let's do random ass DJ. Okay, let's just say we do this. Okay. So, for instance, it's an example for, okay, it's for an example. Okay. I don't know how fast. How many supers is this? Okay, not that. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute, Cammy. A second. Okay, which one am I super? Is it kick? Okay, it's this guy. Okay. How fast is it? 7? Yeah, so this. Bah! You see that crumple? You get a combo. That's a special property of it. I don't know the optimal shit, but obviously DJ can just kill you whatever the fuck he wants. But that's the purpose of it. Okay? But if you don't get a punish counter, just get a hit. That's 1800, so it becomes an extension of a combo. So that one has a special property, so there's a special use for it. So if you use it as a whiff punish to whatever the fuck, I haven't really seen a pro use it yet because his damage is so high that why would I ever even do that? Right? Because like, imagine you do this. Let's say they do a combo, I don't know, whatever the fuck, right? But then DJ's combo is so insane that you don't even need to do that. Which one a combo? Let me see. I think it's like this. From what I can remember. Whatever the fuck, but you get the point. Let me see. Stop this shit. I need to do the combo. Forgot. I haven't played this cat in a minute. I think I have to do this and then that. I think so. Oh, I think I have to do this again and that. I think so. I think we're getting there. Yeah, like that. And then you cancel to this. And then you turn off the controller of your opponent because he's dead. Okay, get that point. Anyways, we're done with DJ. We did that. It's a special property. But then you get Zangief. Okay, that was good with Dalsim. Okay, so now we got Dalsim and looking at projectile properties. Oh, we should have picked JP. Okay, so let's do JP. Or Zangief. Don't matter, actually. Okay. For instance, I told you about Dalsim's projectile. Or level 1 is not invincible, right? Definitely not. But it's not strike invincible, but it's grab invincible. Okay? So, for instance, if you have Zangief do... What's this? This running grab, right? Oh, not that one. Jesus Christ. OD. We can even do the OD. Who cares? Okay. See, like this, right? See that? You see that? It grabs you. It's a grab. A grab. Okay? But my level 1 is projectile invol. Okay? Just know this. Okay? Oops, I'm out of range. So we're gonna go in range so you guys can see. Oh, I pushed him away. Okay, let me go push him to the corner real quick. You see how that whiffed entirely? You see that? So that has a special property that I don't even know when would that even be an actual practical scenario to be used in a consistent basis, aside from this and the JP grab. But in general, that's a weird super to have. Then, so that's like a strike. Strike not invul, right? But then this strike is okay. Because it's okay. But then makes you think like, okay, well, if I just, theoretically speaking, what if I just parry on wake up majority of the pressure, and then in the times that I want to take a grab, I backdash or I just mash a super level 1. Say if you see that, say you go extra volatile, theoretically, okay, just in theory, let's just say. So if I'm correct, I get what? I get a super, right? Whatever. So if you go for a traditional thick grab, whatever the fuck it may be, like I will get, you know, a super. for instance. Right. Pretty decent reward, right? For instance. Right, because like, if I don't move, he grabs me. Right, so, but if he does this, I can super, if I mash it correctly. Right, but if it doesn't do that, and he does the normal, I lose a bar, and it looks like so stupid. You know? So it's kind of like, see, it doesn't come out. Can't even fucking mash it out correctly. Yeah, boom, dead. Right, like I'm saying, like that. So that's like the awesome stuff. Anyways, so now we highlighted all the weird shit. So now we go for the generalized situations. Okay, so since level 1 is so super accessible, everybody uses it at some point or the another, at least once a game, if not like, you know, once every set, they would do it. Wake up level 1, right? That's like, let's say that's the normal frequency from like 1900 or 1800 and plus, let's just say, MR. So if the play, this is not for Cammy, this is for every single character with a level 1. Not counting those guys with the special cases, right? Which is Dalsim, Zangief, DJ, and Marissa, right? Those 4. Okay, so let's say we knock her down, and we go for pressure to get hit, right? Okay, easy, because that she's strike invincible. Easy answer. Okay, grab, destruction. Okay, standard. Okay. Alright, so now every single level 1 in the game is not projectile invincible. So that means you should meet them with a projectile. So for instance, if I do this, hit them. Okay? So that's how you see me do that, because you can't do wake up on that shit. Okay, you just die. Alright? So level 1 has a weakness, has very little reward in that, except for a few. But yeah, it's susceptible to a projectile. That's why you see some pros would do a melee projectile instead. That's why you see Ken would do an EX fireball and somebody's wake up instead in their corner already. They're point blank. Why the fuck do they do that? You see JP melee spike people. Okay? You see DJ do projectiles and shit. Okay? Right? You see even Ryu do these things. You see Chun-Li. Dalsim. Like I saying, Guile can't wake up level 1. Because those options that you're doing shuts that down. So the only true reversal that will cover that, it's some level 2s, some, not all of them, and also obviously 100% level 3. Okay, so that's the limitations of that reversal. All right, so now we're key in on that. Okay. So now we go to the usual. It's like a defensive options. Okay, 1. This is your option. This is another option. This is another option. Now you have your parry. Standard, self-explanatory. You have reversals. We just talked about. Obviously, you gotta block. You gotta block. This is one of your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options. Okay, so far. And then we go to the backdash. Okay, backdash is what? Well, it's really good versus grabs, shimmies, and neutral jump, but loses to a stagger, normals, right? Or meaty lows, because you're holding backdash, right? But if you are wrong, you get minimal damage, since the starter are from a lights, usually. Sure, there will be exception to this, to some stagger delays. Talking what's the norm, okay? Understand this, I understand, okay? Somebody does a backdash, for instance. Backdash is so good versus every option except for those, okay? For these things. But in the event that you're wrong, your reward, your risk is a lot less compared to the others that's on the list that we have, okay? There's pros and cons here. I'll explain to y'all. Imagine tech. This one, you're going to take a frame trap for sure. The 1-2 frames delay. But you would be super good versus tech, shimmy, and neutral jump, right? You would get really good versus this. I'm sorry. This is that option is this. But this will late tech will be super good versus the grab and the frame trap, but loses the shimmy and neutral jump. So the risk is high on this one, right? The risk on this one is medium, because you're going to take a medium that's a slightly less damage than catching a full jump in, right? Right? parry, you just get grab, but the grab is insane because it does 20% and hard knockdown, so you just more potential damage. So that's the risk on this one. Reversals, same. You know, you basically take a punish counter hit on anything. If you're wrong, your reward is you hit them, right? So that's reversal. In some special cases, so we just talked about, and some limitations, right? Blocking, you just get grab, right? Okay, it's a pretty good option. Backdash, on the other hand, is very good versus shimmy. Okay, very good versus neutral jump. Okay, very good like shimmy, neutral jump, and grab. And you actually get a punish. Okay, this is the standard, straight up. There will be other layers to this, but we don't even have to expand that. Okay, but loses to. Let me write that down real quick. Okay. Loses to delays or staggers or lows. Okay, standard. This is for the non-pros, right? Okay, you already know this. It's not for you. Okay, so let's put this guy on backdash. Block backdash. Example. Okay. So if I grab, he punished me, right? He punished me for sure. Fucking gets a jab combo into drill in the fucking side switch, whatever. So that means there's a risk on the offense versus the defense in general. Okay, all right. So the backdash, right? If I do this, she don't get hit, and that's kind of like the equivalent of a neutral jump. It's the same thing as the can with neutral jump loop Ryu. It's the same thing as Dawson. Okay, it's the same. Okay, so this is what happens if you normal throw. Standard delay, 7 frames. That's what happens, right? If I grab, text to grab, okay? If you backdash here, you escape the grab, you punish me. If I do this, you block. You parry, you can even perfect parry that or DP even. You understand what I'm saying? Alright, if I go for shimmy, I'm only +1. You see what I mean? So it's so strong versus all the common options that deal so much damage in general. You see what I'm talking about here, right? Okay, so backdash is super good. It's legit counters throw loop if you choose that option. You still have many options that we just discussed, but this is an option that's there. You understand what I mean? Okay, so all right. Anyways, we have other options. So now what does it lose to? It loses to the usual stagger frame trap. So if I do, right, like that, right? Like, don't bet, like, do like a Dawson damage, because Dawson's conversions are different, you know? Like, obviously if I do light medias as well, like that would happen, you know? Right? Like that. But see, there's no counter hit, no punish counter or anything. I just hit her. And then I don't even get the counter hit. Look. You see this? But if this was like they mashing jab, for instance, look. I would get a combo. Because it would counter hit. Fucking backdash don't have counter hit. Okay? Do you understand? Backdash is super good option. Does not mean you do it all day, because you're gonna might get picked on. And all the other option. But it's a fucking great option. He shits on late tech and early tech. Okay? Because that's like, he gets hit by that, but it's from a low starter that costs meter as well, in general. So that's a very good option. So in the event, now, we cover that, okay? Okay, so now in the event that you have backdash, it's just option, okay? Option, reversal. Parry, self-explanatory. Late tech, and this. So you got 1, decision 2, let's say not decision, option that you can do. Okay, 3, duh. Okay, this is your 4th. Okay, this is your 5, which is 5th, and this is your 6th, okay? 6 decisions so far, right? Okay. And then we could probably go for some character-specific stuff before we expand on the OSing stuff that covers multiple things. But yeah, but in general, the character specific stuff. Let's say we have Cammy. She can do this, right? If you try to grab her, for instance, she can do the drill thingy, right? Like so let's say you're gonna have Cammy do the standard, okay? Whatever the fuck this bitch does, whatever that does. Doesn't have to be Cammy. Could be any character with versus Cammy. But, you know, just gonna, since we already have her here. Let's see. How do you input that? Is it quadruple back? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So they can do that instead. Okay. Get a combo instead, right? So that's their option. So they didn't backdash, they didn't whip a grab, but if you go for a grab, they get a full combo, okay? So that's like their character specific up back dive kick. They could even have OS there, okay? Like they could just do number 7 would be character specific dive kicks. Okay, which I should showcase, which is the OD stuff, right? Okay? It's character specific. Yeah. Okay? So this one is pretty good, right? Because you take the initiative, you get a combo, you take, you know, okay, it's quite annoying to deal with. But that makes your opponent scared to grab, and hence they just started only going for frame traps more, and then you can just go block them or parry them and hit them that way. Okay, so now your defense is more, I would say, complex. Okay, because you expanded your option that you're not one-dimensional, and having many options to the defense, you shouldn't prefer something for the moment. You should have something that just makes sense based on the current scenario that you're currently in, but you shouldn't favor in general if it's a fresh, if it's a new event, okay? Because it's like a mix-up. For instance, a mix-up is an offense. It's something that should have many options that covers many different defensive options to your opponent, right? But if it does not covers everything or most things, then that means it's not a mix-up, because that means somebody can just do one thing OS and beats it all the time. So your mix-up needs to be multi-layer in a way. Or should beat most options, right? But same as the defense. Defense should do many different things, so you're not as predictable, so you're less likely to get hit back to back to back. So in the event that you lose neutral and you get hit, or you made a mistake, whatever the fuck it may be, you're kind of good, because you have more options to do in defense, and that's less likely for you to get hit again and again and again. Assuming, theoretically, you actually can cycle this properly. Okay, so it's like Cammy, OD dive kick, right? Okay, or drill, you know, etc. Which is like Cammy, Dalsim, Jury, right? Like so far from the top of my head, I believe like Lily, whatever the hell, you know. But this is a character specific stuff. Okay, so this is also an option. Okay, so for instance, you should show about the dive kick. It's a case. You see Dalsim, for instance, has that too, as you guys seen it already. Jamie, yes, sure. Okay, that's right. Alright, so like you got this cat, right? It's like a normal scenario, okay? It's like same thing as we just showed earlier. Okay, so that is, see? I get a combo or plus frames. Worst case, I'm plus 3. Best case, I'm plus 14 or 10 or 7. Right? Okay? So if I walk back immediately and I drill, then I'll have a way better frames. But like, see what I'm saying? Like, I have a reward. So that's like standard. You do that on the defense, whatever you felt that time. As long as everything is balanced, okay? And then you get to a lot more complicated situations, but this is within the same tree of the character-specific stuff. But we're going to expand on the general side of it. The character-specific stuff, which revolves around jumping option. Like, this is like character-specific jumps, right? Jump specials, basically. Jump specials, right? That's what it is. What we're talking about. Okay, you get Jamie 2, whatever, right? You got this guy 7th. Then now we get to 8th, number 8. I'm sorry. And then this would be characters, like in general. Every character could do, maybe not Dalsim. Every character is to jump forward. Duh. On your wake up, you can hold down back or, just jump up forward out of the corner, right? Which is an option, right? Hold up forward. What does the up forward do then? Up forward, right? Up forward. Jump, right? So it's good versus what? It's good versus shimmy, right? Good versus shimmy in a way. When I say good, you get the reward that you wanted. Sure, there could be repercussions after, but the reward that you're basically wanted to get here is you wanted to get out of the corner, you accomplished that. There's everything will have a repercussion that you might get some damage getting out of the corner, but still, the fact that you accomplished it, like, reduces like all the potential damage that you might then receive if you stayed in the corner or was kept there in the corner. It does make sense, right? So you jump out of the corner sometimes if you felt that the grab is coming or throw loop is coming or certain shimmy is coming, right? Shimmy, some neutral jumps you would cover as well, some delay buttons, right, etc. Right, but lose the same thing as a backdash would, a delay, stagger, stuff like that, right? Like the close shimmies, I'm sorry. Up forward would be good versus close shimmies, but not to like slightly further shimmies because you could still get A8, but you gotta understand the jump arc needs to be perfect in that scenario that you can go in the cross-up side. So even if you get hit by the crosscut DP, you're still out of the corner. Okay, your only threat when you jump out of the corner, most of the time, not counting the DP stuff, is your opponent walking forward and then trip guarding you. Okay, for instance, let me show you what trip guard is. Let's see. Pum 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 pum. Yeah, it could be Chan. That's besides the point. It's okay, but yeah, thank you about that. Chan air legs, appreciate that. Like Blanca air ball, you know what I'm saying? The character specific jump stuff, for sure. But yeah, like this one now, jump, right? So if you jump out of the corner as one of your options, this is now one of our 8 options, right? So you say you decided to, I'm gonna jump right now. You get out of the corner. You jump like that, okay? You pick that choice. Sure, you're gonna take some damage along the way, or might take some damage along the way, but you accomplish your initial goal by jumping out of the corner and to take less damage, right? Okay. So the threat here would be a few things. You could you jump, but then your opponent does DP, which is okay because you DP, you stay in the mid screen, you're okay. You're out of the danger, okay, in a way. You jump, your opponent air grabs you back to the corner depending on the character that does the air grab. Some characters don't have the air grab that takes you back to the corner. Some characters air grabs you out of the corner, but I'm saying in general is that. Or you jump, character just jump back normal, cancel to a special. Some characters can do that, some characters don't. But some characters can just do a jump back normal that does a knockdown in general. Right? Let's say for instance she jumps. Just look this example. She jumps, I do a jump back and she gets knocked down and they get a situation. Let's say she just tries to jump out. Just imagine it, right? And I'm back there. I'm back in there. Okay, that's a threat. Okay, that's one of the annoying things that you might have to deal with jumping out of the corner. But it does not mean jumping out of the corner is not useful. It is very useful if used sparingly alongside with all the other 8 that we currently have, right? Okay, so now we have that. And one risk that you also have is like when you jump out of the corner, as an example. Let's say, just imagine she jump out of the corner, and then that hit, it would be a punish counter because they probably was with a button, like they press a short or something or medium kick, whatever character they have, and then that, whatever the fuck, right? That would be a standard situation. Okay, so for instance, we're gonna have her block or not move, block, have her block, then do jump. That. Okay, she would usually just hit if they press a button, but I'm not really programming her to press a button here. But yeah, you get the point. Yeah, you get the point. You could hit them. So if they hit the button, it would be a punish counter, and then you will hit the combo, and then you could potentially do a fucking side switch or something. That's like one of those risks. Okay? But this will also be a situation. You jump out of the corner, perfect parry you, then grabs you back to the corner. So that's a risk. Seems like jumping out of the corner is quite a risk, right? Because there's a lot of downside, very few upside. The upside there is like you save so much life on potential damage. on some key situation, especially you're about to burn out or you're burnt out. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to deal with a DI, and you have a level 3. You're just trying to survive, get your lead. So it has some usage, but at the same time, it also has some risk. High value, high risk, high value. Reward is to be determined, depending on the outcome that you choose after successfully getting out of the corner. Okay, so that's one of your options. It's like any character here, okay? Anybody with a fucking anything move, okay? Can't list everybody, but like anybody with a fucking special move, okay? So that's the option there. And now you say, okay, champ, what else are the options I have? Well, we haven't discussed the wake up button yet, right? So now the obvious, you have a wake up button, right? Wake up button, or jab, or 2MK. Right? What is this good for? Well, wake up jab is good if they go for delay. If they go for a shimmy, you would take advantage of the shimmy, right? Because if they go shimmy, wake up jab, which is a pretty common option. But let's say, obviously right now I do this, she jumps, right? Okay, now we do this, she jabs, right? So let's say we do this, I shimmy, she jabs there and takes my turn because she could do jab, jab into something, whatever. It doesn't matter, whatever character. The wake up jab is good. If I do this into this, she can recover enough that she can uppercut me on my neutral jumps. You know what I'm saying? If I do this and try to shimmy her, it takes that. If I do the jab into the back dash, she hits me. You see what I'm saying? Okay? So it has value there. If I do delay or a random scramble that I don't have a guaranteed meaty setup, it looks weird that I have to manually time it, the jab will be really good at that as well. So these situations are pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, so these things, right? Okay, so now you have that covered and all that covered, and these things are okay now. So the jab is there. 2MK is the self-explanatory, where that if they do right, you go pressure. Let's say Ryu would do some stupid pressure, but then I'm worried about that you might wake up DP, for instance, like that. Okay, so let's do this first. DP. Okay, this is, you see this all the time. I'm just highlighting the obvious. Okay, DP. Okay. Like, I was like, oh shit, the DP's there. So I block, right? Like this destruction. I get hit, right? Obviously. So I'm worried about the DP. One of the few ways to do with the DP, right? Obviously, the shimmy. Okay, or you can do delay button, which I did there. The delay button. See, I press medium punch. Okay, the delay button. Late grab. What does the late grab do? What does the late grab do? Why would you do late grab on their wake up or late button if they do that? Okay, example. This is when it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. But the pro player would do this automatic out of these fucking 28,000 options. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Every option has a use. It's up to your application how you do it. Inconsistency on that means you just had the wrong follow-up or the wrong usage or frequency that was just incorrect for that current scenario. Should not be like that. Jab seems inconsistent for you against shimmy because most of the time the jab whips. But that's why they're so far from the shimmy. And you still win. Because you didn't really lose anything by jabbing. You didn't get hit. You're correct. You got the jab out. You were in there. You're out of danger. You're still in the corner, but you're out of danger. You won. Anyways, let's see. Okay, so why did you do the delay there, Ryan? Right? Delay button. I block. Grab. I do that. So why would you do that, Ryan? Well, I'll show you. So like now I do shimmy, right? Shimmy. I block all 3 the DPs. Okay, so now if my opponent decides to do wake up grab, which they do because they're late teching, early teching, whatever the case it may be. Okay, so add some delay realistically for the early. Okay, I will late tech that attempt. Okay, okay, then shimmy, I will be in there covered. Okay, okay, late tech, brother. It's not like, see, covers, late button. We'll get a frame trap. This is delay. They do a DP. I block. Press the medium punch. You see? Okay. I do grab. Nothing can happen because I block first. This is delay. Okay. Shimmy. I block. You see what I'm saying? So your options on the offense kind of correlates to your defense. So this is why options on the offense needs to cover multiple layers. So in the event that you're just like, bro, I don't know how to hit this motherfucker. I keep guessing wrong. Well, motherfucker, you are dumb as fuck. You are not using the tools that you need to do. You need to use. Okay? You gotta use your tools. If you're not using it, trying to fucking build something, a house, a cabinet, or something, you're not even using your hammer or nail. You're trying to use your bare hands, motherfucker. Like, how do you even succeed with that? Does that make sense? So in general, these are the things that you can do. Okay? Like, so, and then you're gonna see people complaining, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do this. I just don't know. That shit is cheap and this, and complain and cry on Twitter, social media to their friends. This character is cheap. But in reality, you didn't really use the stuff that you can use. Did you see that? Did I guess wrong there? Was I psychic? No. I just used my tools, which I completely illustrated. I cannot ever guess if that motherfucking random cat is gonna uppercut or not. When I just gave you the absolute basic ABC right here. I grab, but I block. I want to pressure. I block still. So she always wrong. This is the thing now. Your opponent is gonna be like, that motherfucking guy's so lucky I can never guess right. But you're the one doing OS's timings. Shimmy. Correct. Okay? Now, next round, you knock him down. He does grab now. Tex. Frame trap. Still correct. What the fuck? Shimmy. Oh my god. This dude right here is a fucking, I don't know, psychic man. Alien. AI. Cheater. You feel me? Okay. So this is like the absolute, like 3 things that you can do in offense to mitigate the risk factor of like the 50-50, which is a pretty good excuse for players that are struggling and wants to blame anything but themselves. Okay, this is a reality. I'm telling you the truth. Most players, pros, we're not psychic. We just covered that option, so we are rarely gonna be wrong. Okay, right? So now, if you're in the defense, how do you deal against this motherfucker doing all these fucking crazy options? This is why I'm introduced this right after we talked about the other option previously. This is why I'm talking about this. This is technically offense, but I have to show this so we can highlight why this is strong. Why this is strong. Okay? Because this is the counter to this, what I'm currently doing. Okay? For instance, if Homeboy does this wake up crouching medium kick, I think her medium kick is a bit slower than others, I think, or maybe 7. Yeah, I think so. But that's this. And I do the late grab, for instance, that one. I get hit. You see this? Because it goes with the same frame timing. See, it's so weird. Right? If there's a wake up jab, it would hit me too. In a way. Like at certain frames. But this is an auto built-in delay because it's a medium kick. It's not 3-framer, right? But and it's not the same startup frame as an 8-frame. That's why it hits. Because the DP is 6 frames and this is 8. So it beats my delay automatic on the built-in if you do it on wake up. Okay, so just give me an example, just a second. Like this. Delay hit me, then you cancel DRC. Okay. Shimmy, I get hit. Alright? Delay button. Right? Delay button, which is early. Oops. Very early. Yeah, like that. See? It hits me. Alright. Grab. Neutral jump. DP after. Some sense? Covers everything. But now, it all goes back into full circle. To goddamn back to square one. Into attacking this and this. After all of that, you went deep into the rabbit hole. The game goes back to fucking level 1. Okay? So now, what beats that, champ? What the fuck? Right? Oh, you just grabbed the bitch again. You just grabbed the bitch again. She ain't teching, she mashing medium kick. So now you go back to the late tech, to the block, to the parry, to the backdash, to the character specific shit, to the reversals, back to the up forward, to the late, to the up forward, to the wake up jab, to the fucking back to the 2MK, to all sorts of shit. Does that make sense? So you're back on full circle and playing this fucking 10-way RPS. That one. And that's what's frustrating at times. So at a pro level, they're cycling through all of those options. All of those options. And mind you, there's like, what, how many more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the delays. About 16-ish. Some characters might have slightly more, but yeah. It's like I'm just going for 10 for now. Okay, but like I'm saying, like, there's so much already, but this completes the full circle. That's why I had to show some sort of like basic offense stuff that happens. So at least you could see the importance of why the up forward and this is super strong. Actually, I didn't really show the up forward. Okay, let's show the up forward. So though the up forward might seem to lose to the other shit, but that shit is like beats this and the other stuff in a slight way. Okay? Okay? Delay grab. Destruction. Get fucked. Because it's the delay grab. I'm gonna get hit by the sword or whatever the fuck, right? Or you get out for free. You know what I mean? Okay? Delay button. Jump out of the corner. Party time. Okay? Okay? Grab. Shimmy. Okay? I have to parry there or potentially crosscut, whatever the fuck it may be, but see? He opens up that scenario. That's why it goes back to full circle. And so now wake up jab, I have that. I think the delay jab is about on the same scale, but the delay jab is used in many different ways because that leads into a different kind of layer of offense. But if you in the event, we could just add the delay jab too, whatever. It's just pretty straightforward. Why would anybody do delay jab, Ryan? Okay. Why would anybody do delay jab? One for the shimmy, for the neutral jump, and all these other shit. Also, if your opponent gets greedy, when does my opponent get greedy? They get greedy all the time because they want to take extra turns. What's greedy? Well, greedy is, for example, if hypothetically, if all played perfect frame, and you can't like basically become greedy, right? Let's say for instance this. She jabs every time I make her block something. I cannot grab her technically. Because I'm not plus enough. But I can do frame traps and they do that, right? Okay, whatever. Then I do this drive rush, for instance. Dude, bitch, can you block? Okay, sorry. Okay, +3. Right? +3. Okay, so obviously this is a 6 frame, so if she's mashing, it's a frame trap. Say that's pretty good, perfect frame-ish, whatever, right? But players in general, not talking about Ryu, but we get greedy and we go for the extra. Okay, the one that you can match jab, but we still gonna go for the heavy shit. Okay, for instance, this, like we would go for like this and heavies instead. You know what I mean? Example, kind of like that. Okay. In general, we would go for those things. So you like look at this, our pressure, whatever the fuck, cancel to whatever the fuck, okay, which is technically interruptible. Okay, this is a 6 frame gap, right? Technically, it is interruptible in that sense. But that aspect of it is that's why the jab, like those things are really good. Like a slight delay jab, early jab, really delayed jab, such a delay fares, all is contingent on what kind of pressure your opponent is doing, how greedy they are. Okay, what are they doing in their offense? You know what I mean? What button are you gonna press to have a built-in delay? But in the end of the day, all of them are all go back to that 10 decisions that we just talked about for the last 20 minutes, which is this tutorial or intro of the defensive options that you have. We have 10. So like delay buttons. Let's just put the delay button. It's self-explanatory. It's right there already. Delay attack button. Okay. Okay. Let me just show more of you of it. Okay, nothing special about that, but that's an option that pros use on the defense. Okay, so let's say we're gonna have her do crouching jab under delay. Okay, usually would be a pretty good delay, would be a good 4 to 5 frame delay, depending on my opponent. But like, let's say we're gonna do a 4 or 5 frame. Okay. Okay. See this? She blocked, right? And if you did 3, okay, she still blocks this. Okay, but if she's not doing delay, no delay, that gets counter hit for sure. Okay, so what is the delay for? Well, if homegirl, right, tries to do this, let me do delay. 3 or 4, whatever, to go for 4. Hits me. I go greedy with a pierce. A neutral jump. She recovers. She anti-airs. Go shimmy. She jabs me after the backdash. Does that make sense? So it's really good. This is when you also you have to understand when you do these delay things, that's all variable depending on how delay you're gonna do, what mix they're doing to you. It's all a lot of those. It's like a huge web. Okay? It's really sick that you beat a lot of things. Like that. Okay? But when you make that decision, know that the risk there is that you're gonna get grabbed. Because when you're doing delay button, you're also not doing delay tech or teching or backdashing as well. Because that's a choice that you made. That's the 10 choices that you have. And just make sure you cycle through them. And you're not preferring one. If you have a favorite, that's bad. Because if you have a favorite, that means I would just do the counter to your favorite and then you're just gonna be free forever. Okay? You should not have preferred option. You should go for what's logical at that time that you feel that makes more sense to you. Does that make sense? But in just general, like this is for like players that are learning fighting games and probably in like early master or diamond for sure, definitely like 1600 for sure. 1700s, I don't even think they do fucking OSs like that, or has that very expands, like kind of like this awareness of what they're supposed to do on the opposite of defense, what beats this and this and that. Some players that are super good in the game already, they don't need to know this to this degree, but they're aware of what beats what at that scenario. They couldn't explain it, but their action speaks for it. Okay, it's like they won't be able to elaborate on it, but they know exactly what to do next. Okay, so those they understand. They won't be able to explain to you, but they'll be able to do it.